Okay, quickly, thank you, Mike. Quickly introducing myself. My name is Bharat Sharma. I am one of the co-founders of the Affinity Global Link Group, and I am here to discuss finding attention in the wild. So what that means is, as marketers, when we think outside of Google and Facebook, we have 194 million websites, CTV, OTT, we got browsers, we got mobile applications, we got social media platforms, we got smartphones, we got desktops, we got laptops, we got millions of touch points as of date. So the question is, how do we find attention outside of Google and Facebook? That's what the wild is, or you call them outside the walled gardens. And this is exactly what we do at Affinity. We are building new formats, which are attention first, and driving performance across the media funnel. Our journey started back in 2006. We're about building ad tech solutions and products in the last 15 years. As of date, we own and operate 6 different business units, all providing value to the ad tech ecosystem, active in about 15 different countries, with providing value to 2,500 brands. Now, this is our value chain. This is what we do at Affinity. We are providing value across the funnel, programmatic, middle funnel, top funnel, and bottom funnel. And also, we are providing SaaS solutions to publishers to help them increase their yield. In terms of how we do it, we have a 4-step process. Identify the user. Second is attention first, creatives and formats. Third is measurement across the funnel. And fourth is AI amplification. Using all of this data, amplify the results using AI is something we specialize in. So talking about the first part, that's identify the right audience. And actually, I'm going to take a pause and go back a little. Where did all this start? It started with a cookie. The cookie was born about 20 years back, and its sole reason was to make user information available to advertisers. And as the cookie went on, learned, it got smarter, and as it got smarter, it got richer, because more money started flowing, more technology was built around that. And then eventually, what happened is, with a lot of power comes responsibility, but if you abuse the power, you get screwed over. That's exactly what happened with the cookie. Unlimited advertising dollars, abused by user consent. Eventually, all the law enforcements came down, cracked it down. It had a bad breakup with Google as well. It was going through a phase where 3 years, 4 years, Google didn't know if cookie was a girlfriend or no. Then eventually, that's the future of the cookie. It's unknown. So our first advertising technology that we built out has an unknown future today. But what's the impact of this? The impact is users only accept, today as of date, only 40% of the users are giving consent. That means as media buyers, we are losing about 50% of our reach, accurate reach. And when it comes to the data pools available, there is owned and operated data, first-party data, which is the cookie stuff. There's user-declared data, which is zero-party, users giving consent and providing data about themselves. And there's predictive audiences, which is AI, which is far away from its evolution. What we do to identify the right audience is we focus on user-declared data. What that means is we are using AI algorithms, LLM solutions, to push quizzes, polls, surveys, interactive experiences to collect data from the consumers, identify segments, and retarget these consumers across all different platforms. So what that means is, I'll give you a classic example. This is a live campaign with Honda. And the brief was, I have 2 cars I want to promote. I want to focus on design and I want to focus on performance. So who are my audience segments? So as we ran those polls on the internet, we identified that performance was more of a younger audience with a lower income group, and identified the design segments were slightly older people with a larger income group. We deployed those segments onto our campaigns, and we saw about a 30% average lift in our numbers, and consistently we are seeing these results when we are deploying zero-party data into our media campaigns. So that's one. That's how we are using a technology to identify the right users for every segment. Now, number 2 is the creative part. Once we identify who the user is, there's no attention without the right creative. And there is no one size that fits all. It's always you need to have a separate strategy for mobile, connected TV, and desktop to kind of amplify your results. So like, for example, in the mobile space, we are using 60 different types of sensors. And we are making consumers spend more time within the creative. Like, let me show you a quick video of what we are doing in the mobile space. A few verticals, different interactions, different experiences. I'm going to leave this here. So these are motion sensors. Again, we are distributing these across the largest mobile applications, news, publications, content sites, segments that we should be targeting on. So a completely different experience for every vertical. Again, FMCG, like if there's a brand like Unilever, like Domex, you don't want to interact with toilet cleaners, right? So we gamify the toilet cleaner experience and can make consumers spend a lot of time within these experiences. So that's what we are doing in the mobile space. Again, as I said, the results, if you're talking about attention, it's always connected with user engagement and the time spent within the creatives. So with our mobile creatives, you are actually able to drive up the attention 3 times better than every other media platform. Better time spent, better brand lift, better engagement. That's in the mobile space. Pushing this out on a larger screen, like a TV. I mean, we all watch TV ads. But the question is, how do we make it interactive or memorable or amp up the attention? So we have actually created multiple formats within the connected TV space, simple formats to make consumers engage for a longer period of time. Like, for example, a simple remote control toggle. A color swatch, like showing different products and features within your TV ad, like a countdown, APIs, weather APIs, score APIs, gamifications, animations. I mean, these are simple, creative, or simple ways that you can have the consumer engage for a longer period of time. And the results, again, what we do is we measure a TV advertisement. We never know how effective it is. With our engagement-driven ads, we are seeing a 10% engagement rate. That is unique users engaging with your large screen video ad. And obviously, since consumers are engaging, the attention is better. There's better brand favorability, better purchase intent, better brand recall, etc. So that's what we're doing on the CTV space. And last but not the least is desktops. So for us, what we have done is, it's also about not just the format, but it's also about the real estate where we advertise on. And what we have identified is a browser start page is a real estate which is highly utilized as consumers. Like the browser start page today is accessed by consumers about averagely 7 times a day. Like you open the Apple Safari browser, Chrome browser, you consume these browsers. And we as consumers are used to seeing ads as Google, a doodle there. But the question is, can you replace a Google doodle with your brand ad and have a consumer seeing that brand 10 times a day? So that's exactly what we've done. We have created attention-first formats. We have created attention-first real estate. Like, for example, browsers. We have created multiple formats within the browser space. Like, this is my favorite. We remove the Google, and we're putting ad right there. Like, for example, we're taking the entire page takeover for the browser, putting in banners before the consumer searches. The main difference is, imagine when you are showing your ad on print, TV, radio, what happens is the first thing the consumer would do is they would open the browser or they'll open the app store. Those are 2 entry points to the internet today. And if you're not on these positions, or if you are actually proactively on these positions, you can amp up your performance at the bottom of the funnel. So this is what we see as results. I mean, if you are doing mobile, connected TV, and advertising on desktop browsers and app stores, we're actually guaranteeing a 5x ROAS on your media campaigns. We are guaranteeing better media efficacy compared to any of the DSP in the world out there. 100% viewable. Actually, we're very proud about that. You can touch your ads, see your ads every time we're going to go live. And we're reaching about half the UK population. I would say we have access to about 1 billion users globally in the desktop browser space. So that's how we are creating value chains across the funnel outside of the walled gardens. Now, I mean, measurement is the most important thing. So after we've got the audience, we've got the creative right, everything's about measurement. And if you're looking at measurement, I mean, we are measuring across the funnel. We're using Lumen there for attention studies, great platform. Then we're using other platforms for viewability. We are measuring middle of the funnel across the largest MMPs in the world. We are measuring bottom of the funnel by integrating with all the affiliate platforms in the world. So there's a way of creating a closed loop attribution outside of Google and Facebook. And the question is, why are we doing this? I mean, how we are doing it is by integrating across multiple platforms and showing the value chain to you guys. In terms of results, I mean, this is a Lumen study. We are 2 times better compared to any other media platform out there because of our interaction across multiple devices, because of the engagement sensors that we can create, because of the experience we create. Again, better time spent. This is Kantar. Our brand lift is 8 times better compared to digital norms, I would say. Then this is Commission Junction, for example, saying that your desktop touchpoints are driving 90% incrementality. What that means is there's only one touch point before the consumer is making the transaction. And last but not the least is the MMPs. We are driving about 40 million app installs, and by showing ads inside the app stores. And there's less than a 5% fraud-free rate here. Again, clean stuff. So that's what we're doing on the measurement space. We're creating these different measurement channels outside and trying to create a closed-loop attribution system on the open web, pretty much. Now, the last part is AI. So how do we amplify the results using AI? Now, after all this data comes in, so what you need to know is the distribution channels can keep changing. I mean, today it's connected TV. Tomorrow it could be large screen devices, mobile apps, smart watches, smart refrigerators, could be any form of top funnel activity. Similar to that, smartphones can turn into different various channels. But your objectives, they pretty much stay the same. I mean, it's either awareness or it's either performance. So what we have done as Affinity's AI is, we understand the brand's objectives, and it's subject to change. You know, today, you might want to have a large awareness campaign, whereas tomorrow, you want to kind of focus on results and ROAS. So that's what we do. We kind of have our AI driving results based on your KPI requirements. So if you're looking for awareness, we use connected TV, mobile amplification. If you're looking for performance, we're looking at search placements in the browser. If you're looking for reach and performance, we have another end of solutions. So with the help of our AI, we are able to drive or amplify results based on your marketing objectives today. It's not just reach, it's not ROAS. So if someone tells us, is it about reach or ROAS? I mean, we can do everything. I mean, it's your brand's objective. Our job is to ensure we are achieving those objectives efficiently. That's our main goal with our AI, and it's getting better and better. And in terms of brands, I mean, we're working with over 2,500 brands, as I said. Some of the largest brands, some of the largest agencies see value in what we're doing. We're working with brands across verticals, across countries, so they're seeing the value there as well. In terms of third-party platforms, talking about how well we are doing, I mean, as per SimilarWeb, this is a web-driven platform pretty much and actually tracks app movement as well. We are one of the largest top 10 media drivers for the largest e-commerce companies and the travel companies out there. Honestly, this is great information. If I had a larger stage, I would be going and streaming this out day in and day out. But again, this is what third-party platforms are telling us today. And I mean, why Affinity? Pretty much single platform, incrementality, new formats, AI, managed service. But I'll tell you, this is what we're focusing on. Our job, our vision is to keep creating and building formats outside of the walled gardens that amp up the attention. And over time, that we have seen is better the attention, lower the CAC. That's literally, if all the focus is on attention and formats and creatives and placements, you will drive down your CAC. We have done this for some of the largest media companies in the world. Yeah. So yeah, that's everything that we do at Affinity. Again, more than happy to take any questions. Our booth is right there, Affinity, the blue one. And I got my lovely team here as well. Yeah, happy to take any questions. Thank you.
Bharat, thank you very much. A round of applause for Bharat there, which is, thank you so much for such an engaging and energetic thing under the circumstances in these sort of rather humid British conditions.
Actually, thank you so much for sitting through the heat and hearing me out.
No, so exactly, but you kept us all enthralled. There are a couple of questions here.
Yes.
Which is, I think, what's particularly interesting from a attention stage point of view is the fact that you make your formats, you start with what is the most attention-grabbing format. So many companies will try and work out, well, here is my format, and show me that it creates lots of attention. You have a different you start with you task your designers to go off and make the most. Can you talk us through that process? Where do you get your insights from?
I mean, see, our focus while we are building products as a ad tech company is always user experience. So everything that we are doing is thinking of the user first. We don't want to create formats that are like a pop-up, like something that is disturbing for the user, which is not engaging enough. So that's something that we don't do. So every format, be it desktop, be it connected TV, or be it mobile, we want to think of the user first, and the attention follows.
Right. So, and your designers, I mean, do you talk to people, or do they just come up with the ideas in the shower, or when they're walking the dog? Is there a process?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we got a tech team of about 300 people that are constantly investing into new formats across devices. I think the understanding if it's working or not is just looking at the data. If you look at the data, if you look at measurement across the funnel, if you look at performance, ROAS, and if it all works out, connects together, then you just got a beautiful format with you.
So the actual creative process doesn't stop with coming up with the format. It's listening to the data and working out of it. And
absolutely.
So
always.
Again, a far more modern way of creativity, even when it comes to making the formats. And then the last question, just 30 seconds, is what's next? I mean, you've had all of these innovations on the way so far, but can you tell us what's in the pack next?
The future is AI, always. If you're not investing in AI, I think you're going to be left behind. And what we are trying to do with our AI is listen and optimize and make it better. So everything that we're trying to do in the media space is we're trying to amplify that with the help of AI and ensure we are driving better media efficacy compared to the walled gardens, pretty much. So that's what the vision is here.
Very good. Everyone, Bharat, Sharma, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We'll see you in a second.